People,
can you hear us, guys? Can you hear us now? I'm hoping that you can.
give us a few minutes. Just give us a few minutes. And then,
Yes. Barbara said, hallelujah, praise the Lord. Oh my God.
Wow.
You see what we have to go through live? Now, I just want to say, don't get it twisted, guys. We check everything before we go live.
We do.
And still, you can go live and things still fall apart sometimes. So it just lets you know the dedication that we have to our viewers to make sure that you guys can hear us, hear the show, and be entertained.
exactly.
Okay? We are back like we never left.
Exactly.
Yes? Okay. I'm glad everyone can hear us. I am very, 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 very happy. I'm sure the radio can hear us. They could hear us before anyway. But yeah, let's get back into it. Okay? Normally, Nubian says, how's, your week's been? I feel like I'm going to say it this week. Nubian, how has your week been? Oh my God.
My week has been absolutely hectic. When I tell you about no sleep, nosleep.com. Just call me nubiannosleep.com. Okay? It is not a joke, right? So I am running on a 0, but I've actually got a little bit of energy left for you wonderful people out there.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
We can't forget about you wonderful people. Come on now. Even if I have to have clothes pegs for my eyelids, that's what I'll have to do to be here for you people, man. Because I love you guys and I hope you love us too.
Yes, I'm glad the people on Mixcloud can hear us. Everyone can hear us now. B-Girl, can you hear us? Can everybody hear us? Okay.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
We are back.
We are back. We're back like we never left.
So, let's start again. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Chill and Spill.
Oh, God.
I hope everyone's doing good. I'm your host, Nubian, and to my right is my co-host, Zuz.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
This is the place to be on a Sunday evening. Right here with us.
Yep.
I mean, the video beforehand, you're just going to be seeing lots of lips moving and you don't know what's being said. But just a few adjustments, people. Bear with.
Okay.
But yes, we are back, like Zuz says, like we never left. Okay. So I'm just going to adjust myself just a tad.
Okay, we ready. We ready. Guys, how's your week been?
Now, what we want to do, we want the people that was on before or the people that's on now, please could you notify everybody else, everybody that we are back, please.
Yes.
So if you can just share the link, the live link, that would be absolutely fantastic and I'll be most grateful.
Like, share and subscribe. Let them know we are back.
And we've also got a live calling studio number that you can call if you want to air your views. And that number is 07903 129
265.
That's 07903 129
265.
And we've also got the number running along the screen very slowly as well, so you can catch the number if you didn't catch it when I've just said it. Big up all our platforms, YouTube, Mixcloud, our 2 Facebooks, Bigo, our 2 Bigos. Big up yourselves each and every time. Big up our GMPC Live family. Big up all the DJs. Big shout out to General today for blessing the airwaves. Yeah, people look forward to that each and every Sunday to bless the house, bless the soul. Mind, body and soul gets blessed on a Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon in the UK and morning in Canada. Yes. So, big up all the DJs. Big up Sir Benson. Big up yourself each and every time. And big up Tramouch, Ecstatic, World Love, Mark, Father Mango, The Love Doctor.
The Love Doctor.
Sean, Abraham, and I think that's
Father Mango.
I said Father Mango.
Okay, because you know I like to mention them twice. Twice as nice.
Oh, come on now. And big up, obviously, our viewers. Big yourselves up each and every time. And thank you for tuning in each and every week. And look forward to the show, because we look forward to it.
Yes.
So, we are running behind time. So, without further ado, I wonder what the hot topic is tonight. Tonight is called Mix and Blend. Okay? Because there's a few topics that we want to talk about today. So we're just going to mix and blend everything, just like a beautiful meal. When you mix up everything together.
Or when you're mixing up cake.
And mixing cake. And then you come out with wonderfulness.
Yes.
That is what the show is today.
I feel like we're trying to do a a food advert. You know when you see on when it's Christmas and they're like, oh, the luxurious brownie, smooth chocolatey cake. I feel like that's what we're doing right now, Nubian. What do you think?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh. So let's get into it. So, the mix and blend. Okay, obviously we've got a comment. It's a few topics, like Nubian said. One of the topics that's been mentioned recently is, where is the men at?
Where's the man at?
Where is the man at? Okay, and it's a few people saying that they're all in prison.
They're all incarcerated.
Wow. They're all incarcerated, all the man them.
Imagine.
Like, obviously there's a lot of women out there that feel like there's a shortage, and they feel like they're all in prison, unfortunately. And we're just gonna we're touching upon that, because it's like, are these men that are in prison and women, are they institutionalized? I feel like there's a lot of people that's institutionalized that they can't bear. And they can't fathom to think, oh my gosh, living the outside world, going back to normal, or not even normal, because their normal has changed. Their life has changed.
Yes.
They've been in prison for a very, very long time. Their life has changed. And they can't bring themselves to come out and rejoin society. Okay?
Yep.
And that's why a lot of the women are like, okay, where are the men at? Why are they just all up in prison? Why is no one changing their lives? Do you think it's because of fear, or just the unknown, or is it just because they're really just loving up the lifestyle up in prison? You know, they get their meals. You know, everything's kind of like not done for them, but you know.
But there's a system, isn't there? You know, they're organised in prison, and there's a what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? It's such an easy word. I don't know why I'm lost. What's it called? Routine.
Yes.
Routine is in prison.
Yes.
Okay. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is on time. It's like going on vacation and going to all inclusive.
Yeah, for real. Breakfast, lunch, dinner is done for you. You don't have to think about it.
It's all done, right? And they've got their time to go to the outside, go outside for a break, go to the gym, have a shower. It's all done for them. Whereas out here now, there's no one there to tell them what to do. You know, there's no routine. You can set your own routine, but they're so used to the prison routine. It's like they try everything in their power just to go back in.
Do you think that's the real reason?
Even the white collar crimes, they'll just do silly little white collar crimes just to go back inside, because they can't cope with everyday life. So when people are saying, "Oh, where's the men? Where's the men, man? How come there's no men?" Yeah, there's men, but they're just incarcerated.
Oh dear, I can't bear to think of it.
Are you willing to be with a man that's been incarcerated for many years? That's another question.
Oh.
Right? So they've been inside for what? Their sentence was probably what? 1-2 years. Yeah. And they done half the sentence. Come out early. Now they've done something silly again to go back in. So in total, they've probably done about 10 years. And then now they've come out now. They want to change their life around. They don't want to go back in there. Would you be with that man? That's what I want to know. Would you be with that man or that woman? Because there's women inside as well that are incarcerated.
Yes.
You know, because you can get everything in prison, even alcohol, you know. Alcohol.
What they're making it.
As my granny would say, jogs.
No, sir. No, sir.
Oh my God, jogs, you know.
Jogs is in there. Yeah. And everything's in there that they want. The only thing that's not in there is women.
Oh, and that's the thing, though. This is what I can't
The
get.
women are there, but they're screws.
Obviously, I'm not a man, so I can't comment on really how the man them is thinking. But I'm like, if I was a man, I'd be like, I need to get out of here. There's too much man in here.
Too many man. Too many man.
Literally, I need to be where the women's at. But clearly, that's not the case. And I really wanna understand why. I feel like, is it just like what Nubian said? Is it a routine thing, or is it more based on fear of not being able to survive, or fear of going back to the old life that they had before?
Fear of failing.
Fear of failure. It could be all of those things. So
Because people that's not incarcerated are scared of failure.
Exactly.
Incarcerates people.
Exactly. And we're not judging at the end of the day. I feel like everyone
we're
deserves
definitely not judging.
a second chance and stuff like that. I just feel like it would be good to understand why those that are incarcerated can't bring themselves to re-enter society.
Exactly. Faith says, yes, I think there is a lot of institutionalized men in prison. They just can't cope out here. Some of them.
Yeah.
Some of them can cope, and then some of them are just like, you know what? Some of them might even just like people sending them stuff. You know, like, feel sorry for me kind of thing.
Oh my God.
No, we're not judging anybody, but it's the truth. Some people, they might think to themselves, if they was out here on the road, people may not help them as much as they'll help me now.
Yes, that's very true.
You know what I mean? I need a new tracksuit. I need new trainers. Send me some money and all these things. You know, they need money for credit. They need money for food.
But maybe that's what it is as well. Maybe it's the fact that they don't know what kind of income they're going to have when they come out. Obviously, there's certain benefits that they can claim for. But
is there a life for them?
Yeah, maybe they're thinking, like, how am I going to get money? How am I going to feed myself? Because they're now got solely reliant on themselves.
Yeah, who's going to want us?
You know, so it's a bit of a tricky situation. I mean, I just feel like, you know, like, change your life. But it's not so easy to just say, oh, yeah, just change your life.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be, but it's not, because, like Nubian said, even people that's not incarcerated have challenges changing their own life routine that they have. So it's a little bit difficult, especially, like, you know, I feel like in the black community there are a lot of incarcerated men, and the younger generation coming up, there's so much crime out there now, and it's just they're being easily led. There's grooming. There's so much things that is about, and it's kind of scary. You think to yourself, do I want to have kids? Do I want to have sons? Like, it is scary.
It's true.
It's scary out there. But, like, I feel like we need to bring the role of the man back into the black family. And again, I'm not basing it off it being institutionalized, like all the men in prison. That's why there's no male figures in the black family. But I feel like it's definitely a contributing factor.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, Rooster.
Hey, Rooster.
Hi.
Welcome aboard. Big up yourself each and every time. Big up, Rooster.
Hi, Rooster.
What do you
How
think
are you?
about it? You're in the States, so, you know, it'd be interesting to find out, you know, how much people do you know that's incarcerated and been in there for years and have a fear of coming out, you know, because I know a few, to be fair. I know a few.
But do you know what? Yeah, even you saying that, like, he is in the US.
Yeah.
it is completely different to the UK, because they could do like what could be seen as a minor crime for us. They could get years, like they did an M charge, like they, you know, they've taken someone's life, or like, you know, like it's a big crime, a very big serious crime.
Yeah.
They would get many years, whereas, you know, like, oh, okay, you've been sentenced to 50 or 100 something years, where with the UK there's a bit of a cap.
Yes, for sure.
There's a slight cap. It obviously, it depends. In extreme circumstances, you know, the judge can say, you know what, you're not going to come out until your life is over. But it's not like how it is in America. You can get life sentence upon life sentence.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Triple life sentence.
Triple life sentence.
Quads.
So then all in all, it's like, oh, you know, you're going to be in prison for 150 years.
I've even heard 300.
Right, and you know that person is not going to live
It's just
to
like,
that
what?
age.
You
So
got 300 years?
it's crazy.
It doesn't make no sense.
It's crazy.
You know?
It's not easy. But I feel like it's the why, innit? It's why they institutionalize, and where it's coming from. I feel like it kind of comes from a little bit of poverty and not knowing when your next meal's going to be. But not every... I don't even want to say that, because I don't feel like every man or woman is like that. There's some cantankerous man and woman out there that's just like, yeah, I'm just on smoke.
It's
and
true.
I don't care.
Yeah,
do you get what I'm saying?
yeah.
I want to do what I want to do. I don't necessarily want to follow what the law says, and I don't care. There's some people out there. There's a lot of people out there that don't drink, and they don't take drugs, but they are reckless.
Oh, yeah. It's true.
Do you get what I mean?
Ooh, who do we have here on my left?
Oh,
Is that Sir Benson?
Sir Benson.
Welcome aboard. Welcome. Long time, but we are very grateful that you are here with us this evening. I hope you are doing well. I mean, that was a quick visit.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Can you hear us now?
It won't. We're live. We can't refresh it. But we're live. It's going to stop after.
Okay, we're back.
Someone,
can you see what we're going through? Okay, someone doesn't want us to continue the show. Okay, but we gonna do it anyway.
We're going to do it.
We gonna do it anyway.
Is it okay now?
Yes, it's okay. We're all good.
We're
Yep.
going to do it.
Yeah.
Gotta do it.
My fault, you know. You know what happened? It's so strange because I spent actually the entire Friday night changing out the cables and stuff. And this is what happens. After you still do a test run, sometimes this happens. And sometimes you can't even ask for compensation for the inconvenience that the cables have caused.
Oh
So
dear.
it's just one of those things.
Oh dear. Oh dear. This serious. This serious.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things. And you know, when it comes to like equipment and stuff like that, which is not the equipment, I'll have to blame the cables for this time. You understand? And not the engineer, so-called engineer.
We're just thank God
You
that,
understand?
that you're here. We're
Yeah,
thanking
we're
God.
thanking
Yeah, but you
God.
know,
Because if it was
that's
just
why-
us two, we'd be like,
Blink, blink.
what do we do?
No, but that is the main reason why I'm never even leaving in the first place, you know? So,
Oh, thank
you
you.
understand? So,
But yeah, back to what you were saying anyway, Benson.
Yes, let's get back to the topic. Come on
yeah.
now. Let's.
So, I heard you ask a while ago about men being in prison and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ladies are there also.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, one of the main problem is they should actually find out the percentage of men and women and why they are there. And then when I calculate it, where men is concerned, how many of the men are there in prison because of you guys, you ladies. So
Oh dear.
the one, even when you really do the statistics on it just the same, women are one of the major contributing factor of men in prison, because I can guarantee you that the percentage is over 40% of men that are incarcerated.
Oh, can you guarantee it, can you?
Yeah,
You know
dear.
what?
probably more.
You know what,
So a
Benson?
woman cause it, you know.
The thing is, Benson, I must say, I think you're right, because I was speaking with a gentleman yesterday about this whole scenario about his the mother of his children and what he had to do. He was been to court 3 times, you know, trying to see his children. You know, and the mother of the children, she'll make up all these stories. She'll phone the police on him all the time, you know. And every time they come, they'll lock him up. He'll be there for 12 hours. They release him for no evidence and what have you. But he said at the end, he had to change his mindset. 7 years of fighting the mother of his children, only to reverse it. He started recording her. Every time she started an argument or whatever, he started recording her, because he's saying that men don't have, there's no justice for men when it comes to the woman.
I agree.
So that's why I'm giving that little story there, because, you know, he was pretty stressed out. He said he turned down a 6-figure job abroad just sorting out his children. You know, because
See,
he
that
doesn't
is
want his children to
crazy.
grow up without their dad.
That's
because
crazy.
it'd be easy for him to just, you know, be incarcerated. And then, you know, he's a well-educated man. And he said he wouldn't even lay a finger on her, but she made it look like that's all he does.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's no evidence.
yeah.
You know, so he's reversed it. So
Treacherous woman.
So now he got her locked up now. He got her locked up in cells
good.
for
I'm
12
sorry.
hours. Yeah? For harassment.
Yeah.
So, end of the day, you know, it's very true what Benson's saying. You know, end of the day, I love us women, yes, but some of us have got some serious issues.
We're treacherous. Not where, because I'm not included in that.
It's,
but I'm
it's
just saying.
ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it's too much.
And you use it, you know, as an advantage. Oh, you know that this, the way the system works, they're not going to be on the man's side. They're just not. it's always going to be in favour of the woman.
Of the woman.
Always.
100%.
And they use that sometimes, and it's not acceptable. So it's true. Sometimes it is women, but sometimes it's the drugs.
Oh dear.
especially if the woman is the main carer, I feel like, and they're being treacherous, I feel like it's a thing where they clearly want the man in it, and they're not happy with the kids having that. Like sometimes children can have that energy towards their dad. They just love up their dad, and you're just looking at them while like, sorry. I feed you. I am the main carer, and you don't even want to give me a greeting like that. But so what? You should just be happy that your kids are loving on their dad, their parent. Do you get what I mean?
Are we straying off topic just a little bit?
Just a little bit. I got passionate.
I know.
Because I'm just like, when certain things
That
are
is
clicking
another
in your
topic
head,
in
like,
itself.
what? Anyway,
Yeah.
the topic's called Mix and Blend.
Yeah.
It's called Mix and Blend, and I'm mixing it and I'm blending it.
But yeah, like Faye says, I also think that the government doesn't do enough to help them back into the community, especially the ones that have done minor crimes, petty crooks that have been institutionalized.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
There's a lot of men and women in prison right now that they've done like a bird. I don't know if you know what a bird is, but it's many years.
And Rooster says, and some for child support.
Yes.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on.
but
That is big out there.
That's big in the US.
The thing is, right, when we should make a comparison, known jail is a nice place. But if we're going to make a comparison to other prisons
Around the world.
around the world, England would class as one of the best
Yeah, for sure.
100%, yeah.
in the world.
It's true.
100%.
Would be classed as one of the best prisons. Now what happened is, in regarding to the whole system and time that someone might spend, we have to also think that, because the reality is there, that England have one of the most lenient system in society, in the world, in regards to the time that a person might get when they commit a crime. I've heard someone in England just the other day got 50 years.
What, in the UK?
Yeah.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that the boy that...
The bow and arrow guy.
The bone and arrow.
Yeah, that went and
Yeah, I think I
did
remember
that thing
one.
for the family, to the daughter.
Oh,
and
to
Yeah.
his mother
yeah, I
and stuff.
think, yeah, and
Oh, yeah. To his mother, was it that one?
to his mother-in-law, his girlfriend.
No,
Oh,
that
that's
was a
different.
different one.
Yeah,
That was,
so-
yeah.
I think that is the longest one, but when you calculate it now, it's not really 50, it's 25.
Yeah, because
Yeah, they do half.
It's 25, right? So check any other place around the world. If you commit a crime such as that, you won't
You won't
never
see the light of day. The light
No.
of day. You would never see the light of day.
All right, even when you look at knife crimes, how much years have you seen? Have you seen anybody get 30 years?
Not for knife crimes.
Not for a knife crime.
Not for knife crime.
Not just for a knife crime, no.
And that what they had done before, they mentioned that they would increase the time, and it hasn't been that way. Because the most you will hear someone gets is like 8 years, so that is 4 years.
Yeah.
For knife crime, you know.
So
Yep.
if you really make a comparison between here and other places, we have one of the most lenient system in the world.
100%, because I wouldn't want to be in prison in Cuba,
All right. In Cuba, right?
Mexico,
Yeah.
or
Dubai.
Dubai, any of the places there, I would not. Nope.
In Cuba, it's 25 years for a spliff, you know.
There you go.
In Cuba.
25 years, you know.
Just for a spliff.
Yeah. 25 years. And when they say 25, it's 25. So calculate that. So in comparing the system here, about 2 weeks ago, I was watching a thing they have in America. And the judge said to the man, said, Mr. Henry, just for argument's sake, you're charged with 9 crimes, right? and you're found it guilty. 50 years for this one, 50 years for that one, 50 years for that one, 60 years for that one. When I finish, he ended up with over 280 odd years. And I didn't, when I hear the 200, I was writing down, quick, writing
trying to add it out.
Yeah, when I reached 280, I stopped and the charges didn't finish completed as yet.
And this is what I'm saying. It's a lot.
Yeah, so imagine now a man get 150 years.
It's just ridiculous.
80 years.
Gonna live
or
that long.
even the death penalty. I've never heard a man in England yet got.
There's
got
no death
80
penalty.
years.
It doesn't exist over
It doesn't
here.
exist anymore.
You don't. I feel like, because remember, you have to think of it like this: those that are doing crime or are incarcerated, when they speak to the people on the outside, they're glorifying
Yeah.
the prison. They're glorifying it. Oh, in there's all right, you know. We got PS5.
Yeah.
You know, we can cook for ourselves in here. You know, we don't need much in here, and you know, so they're glorifying it to make it sound like, you know.
Not that I would want to see anybody behind bars or anything, but the system here is totally different elsewhere. You know, when the system changed, even like the death penalty over here, right? It was a lady who was sentenced to death, right?
Mm-hmm. Over
Oh,
here.
the last one, Gwyn?
Yeah, she was.
Gwyn.
Yeah, that she sacrificed everything for the man that she was with, and to cut a long story short, she went to the man's house, and I think it was his mom said that he's not there, and he heard him upstairs. His car was outside, and what he did was the other guy. Funny enough, she felt away when she found out that the man that she loved was cheating on her, and she was pregnant, and the man.
No, this wasn't Gwyn then. I don't think this was Gwyn.
That was the lady who changed the whole thing where death penalty is concerned.
What, the last woman? The last woman, Gwyn Evans. Is
It
it
was
Gwyn
the Lord-
Evans?
yeah, that-
yeah.
she
She was
went
the
and-
last one. Her and
Yeah.
Peter Allen, I think,
Yeah.
was the last people to
So,
be.
The system was changed that time. So at the end of the day, there are still places around the world that the death penalty still stands.
Yeah, but I feel like the reason why it changed as well is because he was abusive to her for the whole period of their relationship.
And she got
it's-
mad.
Yeah, so it
No,
wasn't
she-
something like, you know.
She went. What happened is, the man that she was say cheating on, the comforter to her, who really wanted her, right? He was the one who gave her the gun, but she didn't say that until the day before they had passed the sentence, and another solicitor went and had a conversation with her, and he said, "Tell me who gave you the gun." So she confessed to it. When they sent the police to go and find the man, they couldn't locate him. So even though the man who had passed the death penalty, he was at that race that they have every year. Where that racing?
Which one?
What, the horse racing?
Yeah.
Grand National?
Yeah, he was
Grand
at the
National.
Grand National, and they
Okay.
called him up and asked him if he could postpone it because there was another person who gave her the gun. And unfortunately, it didn't happen. And that was the only confession that she had made about it. And it didn't happen. So from that time, they stopped the death penalty here.
Okay. Well, that's a little bit of a history about
That's a little bit of history for you. But like we said earlier, the topic is mix and blend. So obviously, Paul.
Paul!
Welcome aboard,
Welcome
Paul.
aboard, Paul. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Chill and Spill.
And he's putting it out there. He's saying that, would you ever go back, like get back with your ex? Would you get back with your ex?
Wow. Paul,
No, sir.
you trying to start problems here or what's going on?
No, sir.
Paul, what? Would you go back with your ex? That's a question. Would you go back with your ex? Why
No,
you-
sir.
Hang on a minute. How have you gone back to your ex while you're asking?
He said that he would never go back to his ex.
Would never.
She was way too toxic. That relationship changed him. Ooh. It sounds like it was a bit techie, I can't lie. Personally, for me.
No, sir.
Oi, don't ask me these questions, you know. I've had a little bit of happy juice and my mouth
Faith
is not my
X
own.
is an X for a reason.
Exactly.
You know, some people will go back to the ex though.
Some people would. Some people, because not all exes have ended like badly. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Some have ended amicably. Some people could have moved different countries or whatever. And they're just like, yeah, no, like if I had another opportunity, I would go back with my ex. Benson, would you go back with your ex?
Remember that in my where English taught us, you know.
What?
There are two type of X, you know.
Okay, what?
A common X and a capital X. So you know, say.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
So you know the capital X. I know about the common. You know, because remember, you know, all situation and all relationship and all breakup are circumstantial.
Yeah.
Some happen wherein it was not even meant to be, but on the way that it broke off.
Yeah.
And all that had occurred.
Yes.
And there are some things that will come into it that it broke up on a lack of communication on one part of it. And then you would have to take that into consideration and how you feel about that individual. But it all depends on how long ago, because if you're going to look at a relationship that you had in your teenage years, it's totally different from an adult relationship.
Oh yeah.
You haven't answered the question.
You got around it.
You haven't
He's going round the
answered
thing.
the
What do you mean by
question. It's yes or no.
But just mention to you
It's
that
either-
there's a capital
No,
X and a common X.
Or
Or
Yeah, so you can. It depends on the.
on the
For
breakup.
some people, it depends on when that ex come back in your life. Because if that ex come back in your life when you're single, and the relationship broke off through miscommunication or whatever it is, what are you gonna do about it?
no, I hear what you're
So
saying.
it have
I'm playing.
two sides. You understand? But for me personally, I'm looking in from the outside.
No, sir. Oh dear. It's serious.
This is funny. This is funny. Nubian, don't try it.
No, I'm alright, you know.
What do you mean you're alright?
Yeah.
Yay or nay?
Nay.
Okay, nay.
Nay.
No,
I'm alright, you know, because you know what? One thing I must say, there's no bad blood with, you know, ex-partners.
Yeah, true.
So
I am in that category.
yeah, so you know, it's not a thing where they're horrible people or anything like that. But you live and you learn, innit? You grow as a person. There's, you know, the do's and the don'ts.
Things
Do you know
change.
what I mean? So yeah, I'm all right, but you know, I wish them well.
And not only that as well,
you know what I
the
mean?
person that you was then is not the person that you are now.
You
It's
change.
totally
You
you
change. So
different,
even
totally.
if that person was to try and come back, like, you might not even be aligned anymore. Like at the time you thought you was aligned, that's why you was together.
Yeah.
But like being in this present moment right now, you might not be aligned. Your goals have changed. Everything's changed. So much things could have happened in life. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah, so that is it, you know, because sometimes the funny thing about life and where feelings are concerned, in my opinion, is that it's a tricky thing, because you can think within yourself, you know, that you have feelings for someone, you know, right? And you actually don't. And then what happens is, it takes one of those big people situation for you to really realize that what was it for is like, you understand what I'm saying?
So
All
what
right,
you're
let me
saying
explain
is
it. Let me explain.
the pancake on the aubergine. You have to, you have to, you know, through certain exes, you know, you have to have the pancake on the aubergine exchange before
then
you know
find
to
out.
yourself if you can or not.
Exactly. And
I
it's
don't
very
agree.
sad.
I don't agree. No,
it's
sir.
true. It's true.
No, sir.
It's true. Serious.
No,
it's true.
sir.
And then when that happened now,
No, sir.
you said you will say to yourself that this me really go, but you know say, but oh me I go tell her say this is not, me no feel the same way anymore. You understand what I mean?
Make
it's
it make sense.
What you mean by?
Benson. What do you mean? What do you mean? I got.
No, because what he's trying to say
the
is
aubergine first.
No, he's trying to
No.
say is that you feel like you may have feelings for that person
Yes.
until the
Okay.
big people something happen, and then you think to yourself, oh,
No, me
actually
shouldn't
no.
Okay, so you okay?
You know what?
Yeah. It's true.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like men,
Yeah.
not just men, women. I feel like some people have a lot of that. I shouldn't have done it in
Of
their
course.
life, innit?
What you mean?
Oh, this is serious.
Yeah.
But why did I do that?
It's serious.
Oh yeah.
No, but it's true because
100%.
And then the thing is, I'm not finished, sorry.
Yeah.
And then after that now, why did I do that?
Yeah.
Then you may have the other party, the feelings is stronger than it was before.
Gassed.
And then you're not really feeling it. So what happens now? Because, you know, there's a lot of people that don't like to tell people that actually know. It's not what I thought.
all right. You know, really and truly in life, right?
Yeah.
If every individual in a relationship did 100%, not 95, you know,
100% honest.
100%, not 85, be honest and open, relationship mash up. Nobody, you understand? If you're honestly the way how you feel and the way you might think at times, and you're not pretty up nothing. You understand? You just say, all right, here what happened. This is an iPhone. It do the same thing. And this is a Samsung. You know them ones?
Yeah.
And you just blatantly say, listen, me is a Samsung person. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, but it's in reality, like you said, it's not like that, is it?
Yeah, but so that is the thing that we have to, a lot of people don't even pay attention to that, because the whole thing about feelings, it comes with that urge. And sometimes people use that urge because a lot of persons are not straight thinkers like us.
Yeah.
Not even like us. I am included also. We allow our feelings and our egos to control our doings.
Yes.
So when we allow that to happen now, that is when the big people part of you take over. And then you justify everything by that.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Yeah.
You justify by how you feel at that moment.
Yes.
And another thing too, when it comes to the exes, if you have an ex as a man, you know, and you realize that you find out that certain men interfere with that property, you know, you're not going back there no matter how you feel about that.
No, you.
Because that's the problem with me have, because me I go, the body count if me know. Me I go say no.
Yeah.
Me not go plant no more corn on that vineyard. It's true. Because that thing, you know, your property, you know, when you inspect your property, you know, like if it's no footprint, you know, 'cause that's
No.
why me like the property them will have swamp on it. Because you can't see footprint, you can't see trace. Me no really like the property them with dry and thing,
It's
because you
serious.
can't find no trace or nothing. But when the swamp is there now, you can realize, say, here what happened. Miss about 3 different trail. So that simple means. You understand what I mean?
So what you're saying is basically sometimes we can confuse lust with true, genuine feelings.
We all do.
Yeah, and I agree.
We all do.
I agree. I don't disagree.
We
I
all do.
agree. And there have been moments like you said, where you think that you want something and you're like, oh, hell no. Do you know what I mean? When you do the
Yeah.
D, when the aubergine and the pancake and it's all wrapped up into one, and you think to yourself, why did I say it? What did I get?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Is a thing wherein me fall me I go use this part now. You know, half me ask me about this part if you are whatever. Me find myself in a situation where I do certain things already, you know, big people something, you know. And when me leave, you know, me I punch up myself, you know. Because you're asking yourself, why? Why did you understand? Why?
Yeah. I feel like for not all women, but I feel like sometimes some women, we only find that out later on. So it might not be straight after the deed was done, but it could be like maybe a couple of weeks, and you think to yourself, why did? Because your whole spiritual system is just jigged now. Like everything is off.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm saying? You think to yourself, why did I go back there? Why? Why did I do that? Like, really? Like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
But you weren't thinking at the time.
And this is how, when we really do investigation about stuff, it is very, very scary, right? Because recently, I found out that when a woman, right,
Yeah.
have the big people something,
Yeah.
and with a man, right, unprotected,
Yeah.
that DNA trace stay inside her body.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how true it is scientifically, but spiritually, absolutely.
Yeah, the Bible will speak
Spiritually,
about that part.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like with men, it's not so much.
But you're saying scientifically.
Yeah, so this is how I really find out now that the Bible is, I even confirm it more to myself, because the Bible refers into the Bible that it's a transformation of spirits, right?
Yes.
That's what the Bible says.
Upload and download.
Yeah, no, science now has come to prove it, that the men DNA stays inside of a woman. No.
I
And
rebuke you. No, I'm
Yeah,
joking.
if you really look into it, that is why you will find a lady might have a child, right?
Yeah.
And the child look like the ex, but yet still it is for this man, and it look like the ex.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even think about that. To be fair, I didn't even think about that. I can.
So
feel
you're
like
trying to say if you
That's why Maury show go on, so when you look into it, Maury and
so
Jeremy
you're saying
Kyle,
the semen stays in the body and it can mix in with the new semen.
yeah, the DNA stays inside the
See,
woman.
I don't know if I believe that part there.
All right.
But I feel like in terms of spirituality, when it comes to the
for
woman, with women, it's not about the amount, but like if you have sexual relations with a man, like that imprint is there. Like, as a woman will know who she's done things with, and remember, like, she might not remember everything about that day or like when it was happening, but she will remember a certain part. So it's like an imprint in memory. Do you get what I'm saying? So in terms of that part, I agree. Yes, spiritually, yeah, the woman will know. I don't know how it is for man, because I feel like when it comes to man, when they're doing their thing and they're doing big people things and aubergine and pancake, I feel like it's like a massage to them. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they could do it and they could just forget about it next week. Do you know what I'm saying? But I feel like with women, it's a little bit more. Yeah, it's a bit of a more emotional thing. So I feel like it's like a stamp. You know, like when you go to
To the post office.
when you fly out.
Oh,
and
for
you
your
go to a
passport.
different country and they stamp your passport. Yes, the stamp is there, even though like you've done that. The stamp's there. You've moved on, but the stamp is there. So every time you think about it, you remember the stamp. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how it is for women, but I don't know about how it is for man. Them.
Yeah.
I can only speak for women.
Yeah, come on now. But I feel like it's definitely a bit of a deep one. You know what I mean? Like, going back with your ex, some people will, some people won't. You know? Again, the show is called Mix and Blend.
Mix and blend.
Mix and Blend.
Welcome aboard, Denzel.
Welcome aboard, Denzel.
Hi, Denzel.
Welcome aboard. Welcome to Chill and Spill.
Denzel says, obviously this is his mix and blend topic. He's saying, why when people acquire money, the type of women and men that they usually go for changes. Do you think that's true? That if men and women, if you reach a certain status
In your life,
or you're earning a certain amount of money, all of a sudden the type of man or the type of woman that you go for changes. It's not the same. Do you think there's any truth in that?
Well, I do.
Do you?
Yes, I do. I feel like, I don't know, once you've made a certain amount of money, you know, I'm not saying me personally would do that, but I've seen it. You know, the man or the woman, they don't want the woman or the man that they were seeing before. Do you know what I mean? They might feel like they're ghetto. They're ghetto now.
I think
and
that's
you can't take these women or these men to, you know, the functions and the nice restaurants and stuff that, you know.
See, I
take
just
somebody
think
else.
that's cheeky, because to me, to be
You
fair,
think it's cheeky, but it's the truth.
no, I'm not saying it's not the truth. But
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying,
It
like,
is cheeky, though. It
It's
is.
cheeky because I feel like, to me, you should have had that same energy from before. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you should be thinking about who you're going to be with and what type of woman or what type of man that you're going to choose.
Because
for
think
your
about
future.
it, when you're around money and you start earning a certain amount of money, you start interacting with the same crowd. Your whole crowd changes, isn't it? It's not the same people that you was hanging with before.
Yes, I get that.
Yeah.
But then there's a versatility. There's like, sometimes you can meet. There's plenty of people out there that have met a woman or man when they were young, high school sweethearts, and they've like elevated.
Yeah, together.
They've elevated together. They've upped their game together. So even if they're networking with different people from different walks of life, a more elite crowd, that man or that woman can adapt to that situation. Benson?
I don't know where to start. All right.
Oh dear.
In my opinion, it all depends. No, this is how society had it. Say, for instance, actors
Yeah.
and celebrities, right? Celebrities. When a celebrity is going out with a person and they change to another person, remember, one thing you have to look at, their crowd changes, as you mentioned, Nubian. They have a manager, right? Right?
Yes.
Now, a lot of times they are
an agent.
Are an agent, especially the agent. A lot of times the agent will help them to decide that. Because what is happening, they will remember, when you have a good agent, you know, if you're going to wear a white shirt today, you know, they will change it and tell you wear a black, you know.
Yeah.
So what happened is they will actually help to decide that this person that you're with doesn't fit your type of thing.
That's your
So they
business.
come under pressure by that.
No,
now, what you have to realize is, for us then, we're going to separate from those celebrities,
Yeah.
right? And what I personally think, you have to be like a detective, because this is how you would find out within yourself who is real to you for you to go to a next level. Because if you find out that, all right, you have a relationship with this man and you realize that he's not a person who is motivated by things around him or want to do anything else, and then you will listen to him when he speaks or wherever it is, and ask him what do you see yourself in, not even 5 years, but say tomorrow, because I don't look on life that way, because too much things happening in the world now. So I'm not looking past tomorrow. So the 5 years thing or whatever it is, when that a woman will even ask me that or anybody, I can't answer that. Not even Nostradamus could answer that question. So if that person, their mindset is not up to par with you, it is a problem.
Yeah, see, that's different now. I feel like, obviously, if you're with someone and they don't have a similar mindset, or it's not aligning, it wouldn't work anyway, regardless if I'm going to be in the celebrity lifestyle or not. But what I'm saying is sometimes you can be with someone that doesn't have celebrity status, that can still manage to be with you. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, they align anyway. I don't have to be a celebrity to be with you. Like, I'm cool. I can adapt to the situation.
But, all right, you know what would... All right, say for instance now, right?
Yeah.
You're there now speaking to a man, and all he thinks about is, boy, them have a new car come out, a new sneakers and all those things. So every time you realize you will have someone who speak about bags and all those things, and stuff like that. Now you will have someone now who, no matter how much money they have, they will still be looking at, I'm not buying a bag for 2,000, 3,000 pounds.
No, I get it. But then even you saying that, even if that person likes bags or likes cars, for instance, that was their interest prior to even being a celebrity. If that was their interest, then that's their interest. We're gonna have different interests. We're not always gonna be interested in the same thing. Babe, if you like cars, you like cars. I'ma listen, I'ma hear the cars. I'm like, yeah, woo, woo, babe, the cars. But at the same time, that might not be my passion. My passion might be something completely different. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna... Do you get what I'm saying? That you can't be with me now because you're a celebrity and you're just... Do you get what I'm saying?
Remember, money changes people,
No, it does. It does. I can't say it doesn't.
Money changes, but what happened is you have to find out if the person around you is genuine. Because to be honest with you, me know personally, if me... when me look into it and me evaluate the situation like how me evaluate it now, the only thing a woman are gonna tell me, say, boy, I need a bag here for 3 grand and 4 grand and something like that. Me look upon it and me say, say the Lord give it and the Lord take it. Because here what happened. Me know,
Oh dear.
You will get rich in a day, Yeah? You will get rich in a day. So for 20 odd years or 40 odd years, you stay there battling for have it.
Yeah.
And then you come into it one day.
Yeah.
And you will lose it back in an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when me look into it and say the Lord give it and the Lord take it, me I gotta be more conscious about what me I do. It's not necessary unless me know that, like, me check out them thing there. Like, the main reason why I'm gonna buy the bag fair is because I know the resale value.
Yeah.
Because it's an investment.
It's an investment.
Yes, it's an investment. But if she keep telling me I want a range, I want that, go and go right there.
No, but
because it's the value.
No, I hear you.
And if she want property,
I agree with that.
Do.
I agree with that. I the only time I would disagree is if she was doing that before herself anyway. If she was interested in those stuff before you made it, then it wouldn't be
so much of a shock.
It wouldn't be so much of a shock to say, oh babe, I want a $3 bag, $3 bag.
They always buy them things.
Yeah, because I buy that for myself. Do you get what I'm saying? So it wouldn't be much of a shock.
I think Brett will say continue to buy them for yourself.
Yeah.
So it's like,
welcome aboard, Lady Christine. Welcome aboard.
Hi,
a lot of
Lady
times
Christine.
when you evaluate the situation, you want everybody around you to be happy, but some persons still remember where they are coming from. And then the sad thing about life is that when you look at how many millionaires, right, who are poverty stricken now,
Yeah.
who lost
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Bankrupt.
Yes, I've been looking at some footballers the other day, and I'm so surprised that a lot of them, even though in those days, some of them were just getting like 100 grand a week or 70 grand a week, but they could have put aside or
Yeah.
wave and make certain decision.
Bit
And
more
majority
smart
of
with the
them,
money.
his
Yeah.
woman is their downfall. Allow them to lose off everything.
So
same way.
you're not gonna put it down to their own like not being used to money, because money management is a big thing. I feel like when you
I
get
feel like we
into-
can't always blame the woman, really.
yeah, you can't always blame the woman. Don't get me wrong. I
Alright.
agree to a certain
How
extent.
much man who you see, footballers and those persons,
Yeah.
who you see will lose out, and when you realize it's because of a woman. them have this particular
No.
lady who married to
That-
one of football.
But the thing is, it's what we know of. We
Alright.
don't know
Right,
everything.
exactly.
Do we?
No, here what
And
happened.
there's
They don't
not,
know
not everyone puts their
everything.
business
You know,
out into
That's
the,
it.
I'm
the
gonna tell you
media
something.
Some
either.
private people there.
No, ladies, sometimes I'm not too biased.
What?
You know, me, I'm going to tell you something when me see happen, right?
No, sir.
You know,
We're just saying that you don't know. We're not saying
what the thing where Trump now in America, though?
What with the tariffs?
Trump, right?
Yes.
Him create the tariff thing.
Right.
You know the biggest upset out of Trump mouth, Sir President Trump, my big of yourself. Hear what happened now? the biggest upset in the world what Trump talk about, what woman upset about, is because him say when a man and a woman divorce, right? No woman must get half of what the man have. If the man have 10 million, you must leave with one, cause you never go there in nothing. And the woman them upset and rebel. You know how much woman in America lick out on that? Don't like that. That simple means you did not go in the relationship
Yeah,
for
I
love.
mean, I
That's
agree.
neither here nor there for me.
I
I don't
mean,
even
so-
really. It doesn't really bother me.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
why?
I agree
Why?
with that though. Because at the end of the day, if you're with somebody, you should be with them for
No,
love.
no,
Yeah.
Nubian, if you married now,
Yeah.
and when you realize you work so hard, right, Zeus?
Yeah.
And work so hard.
Yeah.
And you realize you come into 20 million now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And you realize say that this relationship I got AY and the man I got go away with half. What would you do? Don't bother say yes or be real with yourself.
Obviously, I'm not going to be happy. Like, do you get what I mean? If they are going to take half of what, especially if
Well, you did say the Lord taketh,
and the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh.
So there you go.
There you
Don't
go,
it?
for real.
Faye says only a few stay with the partners they had when they didn't have money, and these couples usually grow strong together.
Yeah. It's just
Of course.
Yeah, only
o-
a few. Yeah, it's only a few.
Only a few. I mean, like I said, if I was a millionaire and he took half,
I
obviously.
think you'd be absolutely fuming to know that you. I think you'd be fuming because you've worked your
Little old
absolute
me.
buttocks off.
No, the thing
yeah?
is,
and you
I would
now
be
have
fuming.
a good
I would be
20
I would
million
be
pounds,
fuming
not
to an
euros, you know.
extent. If I feel
Not
like
euros,
he's
not
contributed,
dollars, pong. Yeah, because no matter how
I
you
would.
look at
I'm
it, the
not gonna
pound
say
is
I'm
still
not gonna
stronger.
be fuming. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna be fuming.
And
I
they
would
said,
be
you know what?
fuming.
I'm fighting you for half of your millions. You be
I would be
absolutely
fuming.
fuming.
Man.
Especially if you didn't do anything.
A problem.
Especially
That's why.
if you was there when I was doing the night
Ride or die.
shift,
Me?
ride or die,
That's why
then
That's
alright,
why
babe.
what now?
me stick to the evil when me know.
What do you mean?
What do you mean by
No, because me wouldn't change myself. Me wouldn't change figure. I wouldn't go and said I'm going to change and
buy Louis Vuitton bags.
No. Me no wouldn't change my partner. Me not think that way.
see
Because
that's where I
you've
agree.
been through me with me. Are you
Through
me
thick and
know?
thin.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So like me now, well, me is a walking chemistry lab.
Syllables.
Experience.
No, so
No,
me.
no,
so
experiment.
imagine no, right? You can take off a woman when me just know.
Yeah, boy.
And me see she walk well with all the Birkin and all them something there over here. Me I go feel a way better who there with me for that period to me poverty self. It better them benefit and myself, me feel good in myself more than somebody when me just know for a year or 2 years and all them something.
100%.
There. No. More have heart attack. Or attack heart.
This serious.
Yes.
This
No,
serious.
sir. Me I stick to the evil when me know.
But that's the thing. I don't feel like I would. That's why when we were speaking earlier, where about whether you would change if you had money, would you change the type of person that you're going to be? I don't think I would change. I think I'm still going to go for the person I would go for if I didn't have money, because I want someone with longevity. I'm not saying I'm not going to get a man that's might be a little bit more established, but I'm saying the base values and foundations I'm not going to change. So yes, he might be in a different walk of life. he might be in a different job, but I'm not saying that I will specifically look for that.
Not even the chemistry lab when I walk with me couldn't find a man like that for you.
What do you mean? After God is real?
You're one too complicated.
No, it's not.
Because here what happened. You have to know that in yourself.
Yeah.
And admit it. Right? It takes a very conscious person, right? When them have money, to remain the same, Because even this is why some people will say to you that what would you do in reality if you had 20 million now? You know that all of your plans come out of your head and you never know. Because the main thing where you would have maybe think about is I need to get a nice house and a nice car. But everything you think about now, not having it, when you have it, it disappears. You know that you be silent.
No, you know why I'm silent? Because
no, it's true. It's true.
I don't think.
My nose.
Obviously, the shock of
My
it,
allergies.
especially if you've won the money, if you've come into winnings, the large winnings, that alone would take a long time to digest.
Yeah, 100%.
Most less what you're gonna do with it. Your mind is definitely going to be blank. But then when you win a certain amount of money, you get an accountant. You don't just win the money, you get an advisor.
But even that, like winning the money, coming into some winnings is different than coming into, like, you've come into your career now. And it's a regular money that you're coming.
Well, Faith says that they would have to sign a prenup for me. I wouldn't mind signing one.
Would I sign a prenup?
No, would you get the man to sign a prenup? You got 20 million.
Would I get
you
the
let
man
him to sign the prenup?
I don't know,
It's like
it's a bit of a techie situation for me, because I'm just like, well, babe, I don't,
It's all flowers and roses until you bring the papers.
It's just like, oh yeah, I love you, babe. But by the way, can you just sign this prenup so like I've still got my piece, because my piece is not your piece anymore. And I just whether it was me that had the piece or him having the piece, I just want to go into the relationship with that. I feel like
what a prenup.
No, you and me have got.
Wait, hold on.
You have no.
What I would do? Let me land quickly. What I would do is I don't want anything anyway.
Make sure the landing gear down. You know what happened now. The thing is, this is the part of it when me hear you say wrong.
What?
You see, from the minute you say babes, that the baby they are going to grow. So you know him when him a babes, but in the relationship him a go grow. No baby stay baby forever.
No.
So from you start say baby, you know him when him was a baby.
Dear.
But you have different phases where you go encounter.
No.
Then I go turn all teenager. Then I go turn. You understand what I mean?
No, I get what you mean.
Okay, so Candy got Todd to sign a prenup. Oh yeah, I remember because Candy has got the millions and the millions and
money.
the millions.
Who's Candy?
Candy from what's it called?
What's the group called?
Escape.
Escape.
He marks
yes.
the man for signing
Yeah,
prenup.
She
She asked
asked
the man-
Todd
yeah.
to sign a prenup, and
And he signed it.
He didn't have a choice. Well, he did, but
He
he
did,
signed
but
it.
he
But
signed
here
it.
what happened? That are the thing again.
Welcome aboard, B. Welcome aboard.
Hey, B.
Welcome to Chill and
Hey,
Spill.
sis.
And she says she ain't signing shivvy.
And that's what
Yeah?
I'm saying.
She ain't signing
That
shivvy.
man with her, with that woman, right?
You're not signing it, B.
Him will sign it. You know why him will sign it? Remember, saying him being with that lady is an advertisement for him just that way. So him being with her, him gain value.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
So
That's priceless.
Yes, so everybody who in a them relationship, them willing to sign because that is an advertisement for them. All right. Look on the youth. Look on the youth where they with Madonna from Jamaica. Yeah? Him is a Jamaican youth, you know. Right? Who is with Madonna now, right?
Yeah.
Welcome aboard. 1 second. Hold that thought. If you have to write something, write it. Welcome aboard, Destiny 5. Welcome aboard.
Hi, Destiny.
Destiny says some men have short memory. They forget who was always there for them.
Yes.
But, all right, see, Destiny says same thing what I say. Some wouldn't change. You understand what I mean? Because she just said the same thing. So it's the memory. That's why the people them change, because them not have no memory where them come from. So you
Yeah.
stick to the evil where you know instead of changing. You understand? So it better that person where you know deceive you more than somebody where you just know. So the people them who find themselves in a them situation there, right? Me no feel sorry for them. No, don't. But look into it. Because if you with a woman 10, 15 years, 5 years, 8 years, right? And because you're coming to money now, you're gone for somebody who is new.
Yeah.
Why you would have do that?
See, that's
If you
what I'm
That's
saying.
like the people that have a designer body.
Exactly.
They leave them after it's done and the swelling's gone down.
All right.
They've gone back their business.
All right.
God.
Look how much man too. That is the topic name mix up and blend. You know how much man me know personally. With them relations, them there with the woman, everything all right. And from the woman, them go to do the surgery. Them relationship mash up after.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
I didn't even think that was
Yeah,
a
I
thing.
mean, even that too.
I didn't even
As
think
the
that was a
woman
thing.
go through surgery and come back, and when she looking at the mirror and goes, she sees something,
Oh, sir.
and she start.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
And all of a sudden, a big problem in a relationship.
I didn't even think that was a thing.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
All when she used to do the surgery, she can't do the laundry. She can't do it no more. Relationship change, and she find everything in the world.
Yeah, but
to create
that
a
makes
problem.
you think that that makes you think that person who you thought you was with wasn't true or genuine.
No.
If they could,
It's a bit
if they
scary,
could,
actually.
yeah, that is a bit scary. If you can change yourself, your appearance.
No, but a lot of people say it's for themselves.
Yeah.
They say that it's for themselves, and I'm
But
not saying that. I'm not
means it's
disputing
not them.
that. I'm
no,
not
but
just.
no, I'm not saying that, Zuz. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying that it's clearly not for themselves then if they're leaving the partner. Do you know what I mean?
They might not be leaving the partner, but what Benson is saying that is that they're changing.
Yes, I'm saying.
That it's smash up now because
Yeah,
they
of
feel like
course.
they got something good now. So you better give me that extra $5,000 a week because my body looks good.
Yeah, man. Everything about them change.
Well, Faith says yes. They have been together for 11 years, Candy and Todd, and he was going mad at first to sign it. He weren't having it
All right.
at first.
more than sign it.
I don't know if I would have signed
woman,
it.
Why? If a woman asks me for sign
The
it, me
thing
sign
is,
it.
the thing is, right? You remember in relationships as well, a lot of people like to bring up stuff as well. You know what? A little argument, two twos, they start talking about, yeah, just like how you got me to sign a prenup.
Yeah,
It's like,
all that,
whoa.
all that, and I feel like, you know what it is?
Jeez.
I'm going.
But you
in
was
with
willing
love.
to do it though.
I'm going in with love. So even if we break up, we divorce or whatever, keep your peace, babe.
I bet you, sir.
Keep your peace. Keep
You
your
know-
peace.
Lady Christine says she agrees with you, Ben.
Because
Yeah,
I've
man.
got my peace.
Thank you very much, Lady Christine. You know what we want all of us to do tonight? More we make tonight a date and write it down.
To sign
and we
the
are going to
prenup.
calculate it. No, over the next 4 years, when that law come into America, if you're not going to see less marriage in America. Because the woman them are going to know now that them not going to get that money again. No,
It's true.
Yeah, it's
Look
true.
into
So
it.
true.
So you cannot have, so really and truly, it's like you're forced, not even forced. It's now going to reveal that you really
How much
have to
people
love
are
the
genuine.
person.
Yeah.
How
to
much
marry to
people
the
are
person.
genuine.
Exactly. So I'm save it, and probably him do it to that's, I don't know if him and him wife are going to break up and him no want to lose nothing, but at that, when them talk
Trump
about
shouldn't-
it,
he-
you hear a lot of ladies
He's
say,
got
boy, I don't
loads.
really like that.
Even
that
if she
thing."
got half, he's still gonna have more. You know what I want?
I just don't. Do you know? It's crazy that is a topic to discuss. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I feel like if we're going in this together for love, babe.
Yeah, man.
So even if I sign a prenup or I don't sign a prenup, I'm not here for your money. I have my own. Like it's just yeah. But not a lot of women are like that, and I get it. They're not like that, and especially if there's kids involved. As far as I'm concerned, even if there is kids involved, okay, do your part as a father. Be there. Be present. You know you're financially there for the kids. I'm good.
Well, Trump obviously can see that a lot of people are getting married just for people's money. Why he's bringing out this law? To be honest,
B gives me job. B said, "I want mine and his money."
Yeah, the same thing.
B.
I don't blame her. Because the Lord give it and the Lord take it. All you do, you make use of it.
This serious.
Faith says just like Tiger Woods and his wife, she skinned him alive.
Of course.
But yeah, but you know what? I feel like the
Wow.
reason why certain wives or ex-wives or women would do that, especially if the man or the woman, whatever, puts them through the absolute mill. You gonna pay me today. You gonna pay me for all
yeah,
the
but the
trials
thing is,
and
all
tribulations.
the amount of money, is it really going to heal you as
No,
a
it's
person?
not. But it's gonna make
All
me
that-
feel better. I'm gonna have them liquid lunches. I'm gonna go to the restaurant that I want. I'm gonna get what cheese? I'm in my Rolls Royce. Beep beep. That's how they're thinking, though. I'm not saying that that's what I would do, but that's how they are thinking.
Yeah, that's how they're thinking.
That's how they're thinking. They're thinking, you know what? At the end of the day, I've been through craziness with you emotionally, and you can't pay me back that emotion. You can't make everything feel better, even with what the words that you're saying. So you know what's gonna make me feel a little bit good? It's not gonna heal me, but it might make me feel a little bit better. It's some shmoney.
Some of them ladies.
And then
that-
some people are still in their bed bawling at night.
Yeah.
And they have everything.
That's why it's long for me. To me, it's
doesn't
just
really
like
make
it
sense,
is what
does
it
it?
is. I got my own pee.
You know,
And then you know what? So, hang on a minute, Benson. Another thing that's very hypocritical is when you do get half of the money, and then the next person that you meet, you're getting them to sign the prenup.
Yeah, that's what's
That
mad.
is a crazy one.
That's
you start
crazy.
turning into the bloody
Yeah.
witch.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what? This is mine. This is the rare. But you didn't earn none of this.
Yeah.
You know, so how come you're behaving like this now? There's a lot of people like that, you know.
There is, and that's why I feel like prenup for me is just. I can't say I would never sign one, but just even it being brought up, I just feel like, are we thinking about love here? Or are we just thinking about money? Because, again, I don't need your money, babe. Even if it doesn't work out between us, it doesn't work out between us. You go your separate way, I'll go up my separate way. We'll just leave with what we had. Like that's it. The only way that I'm gonna think, oh yeah, you know what, I deserve something, is if I know that I was up with you making that business plan, and I did this, and I had an actual input into that business that you've created, and me being the person that I am, and having the knowledge that I have, I would make you sign a contract for that business itself in its entirety, not necessarily the marriage, if you get what I'm saying.
So
Like-
when you're doing the business, when you're with your partner and you're helping them with the business, is it for an investment of the business, or is it just for you to help him with the business?
No, it depends. Number one, how I'm thinking of
Because
it on a
when you're doing
normal
something
level, I feel like
genuinely,
it's
you
gonna.
you shouldn't be expecting a reward.
No, I'm not expecting anything back. I feel like it's got. Regardless, I'm gonna benefit. We're together.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying? I'm doing this for you. This is your dream, especially if it's a dream of yours. This is your dream. I'm helping you achieve that dream and encouraging you to push to make that dream happen. Yeah, I'm not here for any financial gain because I love you and that's what I'm willing to do for you. If you decide that you're now gonna get that business, you're gonna blow and now you're gonna leave me, then that's your business because that's your loss. You've lost me. Do you get what I'm saying? But if it's something where he's come to me and said, babe, let's do this together, this business, you do this part and I do this part, and we're creating it together. So therefore, my name is on the business. My name is a part of the business. I am a part of the business because he's come to me with a different angle. Like, do you get what I'm saying? He hasn't just said, oh, babe, help me with this on a willy-nilly thing. Like, he's actually saying, no, babe, I want you to be a part of this business. I want you to have your name. I want you to be absolutely involved in it. So yeah, if you're just coming to me and you need help, I'm not gonna say, yeah, babe, well, you know what, sign this and then I'll definitely help you. No, I'm just helping you to create your dreams and to become something. But if you come to me with a business idea and you say to me, babe, I want you to invest your money, then that's different.
Welcome aboard, DJ Altan. Welcome aboard, Altan.
Hi, DJ Altan.
Condolences, Altan, to you with your brother.
Condolences, Altan.
Yeah, I heard your brother passed away.
Deep condolences.
Yeah, my condolences.
To you and
Big
your
up
family.
yourself, Altan, every time.
Yes.
You know, it's been a while, but all of us at times, sometimes go through some form of tribulation. When it's not death, it's infidelity. When it's not infidelity, some people want to rob your money.
Oh dear, infidelity and robbing money.
Yeah, and thing. That's why, to me, right now are only old people in love.
I don't think
From
that's
you reach
true.
over 40, 45, 40, those persons, when they tell you that they love you, it's more meaningful than the ones them under them ages. Sorry to come to that analysis, but love is feeding out a society. You know, love is feeding. Know what is happening now in society, from my observation, is attraction.
Yes.
And for the time being. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So the
I get
older
you.
persons...
For the meantime.
Yes, for the meantime. Yeah, so the older persons now, like myself now, and my age group and thing, we more, when we say love, it's more sincere than back in the days. And just your observation about society and how people are act towards each other. You will see in society there are a sense of not that much care about each other like 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah. True.
And it has changed so fast.
Yeah. Rapidly.
Yes, so that's my belief still.
Faye says, I don't business. They are signing a prenup, especially if you are coming into the relationship with much less than me. No, sir.
She'll sign it.
She's like, no, they are going to sign it. Because if you're coming into the relationship and you don't have much, you have to sign a prenup.
You know, I'm not really see anything wrong with it, even though I wouldn't bring up them conversation.
That's what I'm saying. I just think it's a bit so awkward. Christine says, if any man put me through hell and I know that I have been there for you all the time, you suddenly come into money and you change towards me because of money, trust me, by the time I finish with you, you would only have the clothes on your back. How dare you put money in front of me? Christine, you ain't playing no games. No, it's true though. If a man has put you through hell, you know, especially if they put you through, you know, a hard time, then I get it.
I bet you say Lady Christine don't talk that loud when Gina outside of Sir Donovan, cause Sir Donovan would just look for her and like glass. Let me go to the bathroom, yeah, man. So, you know, but you can understand because those things impact on people in many different ways. You understand?
Exactly.
And if you feel you have to secure what you have to secure, you do what you have to do. You
Yeah.
understand? But that's why I'm gonna know if I'm gonna discuss that conversation.
I think it's. I feel like it'd
You
be
know,
very awkward. It'd be very.
It's
awkward.
not even awkward.
Yeah, you know what
really,
it is, because the thing is,
when
if you're here for the genuine love and everything to do with it, and how you feel about them,
Yeah.
and for you to just suddenly oh babe, the man has asked you to marry him. You're like, oh my gosh, wow, he's asked me to marry him and all these things and everything's so lovely and wonderful. And then
No,
after that day, you're like, oh,
I sum it up now in a new band.
right,
You know, I sum it up.
right.
It depends on the time that you're with the person. Because
Oh, the longer you're with
in regards to what Faye said,
Mm.
if you're with a person for 10 years, right? 10 years, 10, 12 years, I think you would have known the person by now. Now, if you in a relationship for 10, 15 years, and that man, let me take out the mic. Okay? If you in a relationship for 10, 15 years, make me job on my chair. Cause a long time, even. You just want to do to me this evening, I come to fix the sound, I want to tell me, say, stay. So let me get back to my normal self. Everybody all right? Me
Yeah.
can take a sip off of my bourbon, please? Press that something enough for me, please.
No, sir. Oh dear.
The party is serious.
This
Well, Donovan
serious.
says Donovan knows if I don't mess, I'm a principal person.
Yeah, let me fix my eyeglass. Now, if a man and a woman in a relationship for 10, 15 years, right?
Yes.
And you don't know that individual by then, you must get robbed. You understand what I mean? Because by then you have to know your person, don't it? You understand?
Yeah.
So that is why, as I mentioned before, that I will always stick to I throw the rubber and all them thing there. You see how sensitive them set up the network them? As you call certain word, they cut you off. Yeah. But here what happened now. When you're in a relationship long time, that's why me always ask the question how long it take a woman to be with another person when they break up out a relationship. The topic tonight named Mix and Blend, so we can talk everything in a one.
Yes.
So you have ample time in that relationship to know your other half, may it be man or woman.
Yeah.
When you leave the old broom, as they will say in the days, that you know, and to talk to somebody else, them supposed to walk off with what you have. So you stay with who you know, because you get ample time to know that individual.
Yeah.
And that's why money will never change me, because me not going to talk to look to nobody. You understand?
Yes.
That time. Because the older you get, and this is how maturity comes into play.
Absolutely.
The older you get, you don't even have feelings like that for any and anybody again,
You don't.
You're just all right.
And it's the simple things
Exactly.
that are most
Yes.
important than these. Like when you're young, you're looking at materialistic
Of
things.
course.
You're looking at what the person
You
earns.
find
you're
out in
looking at-
unnecessary.
Yeah,
Don't it?
Yeah, but when it comes down to it, you want a person that has sanity, that is full of love, that's family orientated, that is giving and affectionate, and these
Nurturing.
things, all these attributes are
No,
free.
you want a carer.
Yeah, and a carer, and a
Yeah.
protector.
Yeah, but the way how you talk now, you want a carer, because must a carer go have all of them qualities there.
What do you mean?
Which man you going to find have all of them qualities there?
What? Why are you acting like God is not real? What do you mean?
How God come into this?
Listen, because God make we.
No.
Yeah? You're trying to tell me that there's no man out
You
there.
have to give and take.
Yeah, you have to give and take. I'm not saying
You
that.
know, find a man like that will have all of them qualities there. He must short in some aspect.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he's perfect or he doesn't have any flaws. Okay? Like no one is 100% caring, 100% of every attribute. Yeah, they have those qualities. There could be improvement. Do you get what I'm saying? But they have a basis of that they are family orientated. They might not always want to chill with the family. Do you get what I'm saying? But they're family orientated. They love their immediate family.
About
family.
10 things me hear you say you would have want the man to have.
Oh God!
Faith says
You have to take over 5.
Faith says sometimes it takes a lifetime to know someone.
Exactly.
When you think say you know them, you never did.
What?
Me rather be disappointed after that one when me know a long time more than somebody when me know new. Because the new one them will have some unknown address. The one them where you know a long time, you know every crevice and corner. If she not around her mother, she around her auntie. If she not around her auntie, she around her granny. If she not around her granny, she around her grandfather.
Christine
and her
says,
friend
well
house.
says,
No.
Thank you, Lady Christine.
That the man that Lady Christine, why you would agree with her? So you are one of the women them to wear
Because she has Donovan, and Donovan has those qualities.
Yeah.
Am I right, Lady Christine? Oh,
But-
okay. I'm sure he's got them qualities. I'm not saying that he's perfect, yeah, but he's got those qualities.
Well,
You're making
Faith
it
says
seem
for
like it's
real,
impossible.
Yeah, you have to. It's like you have to give. All right. Me not put no restraint on myself and requirement when it comes into regards to woman more than respect. Cause respect solve it all. And the thing is, sometimes we choose certain qualities and ask for certain qualities, and guess what happened? The individual don't know about them thing there.
Yeah.
You didn't know that? Look into it. You're going to ask a person. You know it's easier for a person to change to something bad than good.
Yeah.
It's easier.
Yeah.
Now, what you're going to ask of a person? To be caring. You didn't know if the man was a caring man? Or in them grow him up caring? Or him have that attributes in him DNA to be caring? So sometimes the things that women ask of a man, some of the man them don't really have it. It's like you have to mold them into how you want them.
Yeah, I hear you.
How much man willing to go in and mold?
I hear what you're saying, but I am not
No, sir.
not here for the project man. Not no more. I ain't molding anymore. I'm not molding. No. I'm
But
not.
you
Mold-
asked of all those stuff.
Yes, yes, I did. Yes, so I'm
Yes.
gonna have to do the correct vetting process.
Exactly.
I'm gonna have to do the correct vetting process.
Be
and
careful
make
of the
sure,
choice you make.
you have to be careful of the choices that you make. For real, 100%. It's not a lie. You have to
Yeah,
be careful
yeah,
of the
yeah.
choices that you make. You have to look at and see what stock he has come from. When I mean
Yeah,
by
man.
stock, I mean his family background, how he is with his mom, how he is with his dad. All these things you have to look at because. Yeah, don't assume that a man's gonna naturally know how to care for you.
No.
Because he's done. He's taken me to a restaurant. He cares. Oh, he's bought me flowers. He cares.
Oh, it's
that
just,
don't mean nothing. That's just surface
superficial.
and superficial stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I know about relationships, is when it's real life stuff, because you could be in a relationship and everything's good, not in real life has hit you yet. But when a real life situation or a challenging situation has hit you, you will know whether that person's for you or not.
Of course.
You will see whether that person's going to sink or swim. Do you get what I'm saying? Fight or flee. You will see when you're in a real life predicament where it's like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is L&D. This is life and death situation.
Yeah.
That's when you see whether that person is for you or not.
Yep.
Whether they're going to fight with you or whether they're gonna flee and be like, you know what, I can't do this.
Yep.
And it's only in them situations that is when you really start to understand the person that you're with. You don't understand them, or I'm not saying you don't get to know them, but you don't truly understand who they are until life situations hit your relationship.
Well, Christine says, no one is perfect, but I expect certain qualities from the person I am with, and vice versa. I will give back the same.
Yeah, I agree with that.
No, respect that, no.
Oh, definitely respect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely respect.
Respect is a big thing. Absolutely, respect is a big thing.
Well, on that note, people, our mix and blend show was absolute fire. I hope you enjoyed it. You look happy with the show?
Yes.
Yes, I think so too, and our viewers loved it too, I'm sure. If you would like to, please like, share, follow, and subscribe on the channel. If you're new, welcome. This is Chill and Spill. I'm your host, Nubian, and this is my host, Zuz, to my right.
Co-host.
My co-host, sorry. And it's my Benson to my left, and we are over and out. Big up yourselves each and every time. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a great rest of the evening and a good week. If you can't be good, be careful, Benson.
Yeah, I'm sorry for earlier on with the sound system.
Yeah.
For the show to restart and stuff like that. I'm sorry about that, which is no fault of mine. I'll try and sort it out, and I apologize to you guys and for walking in and out of the cameras and stuff like that. And on the whole, me ran somewhere I couldn't even leave.
That's right.
When I never in the headspace.
Yep.
You done very well.
Yes, we
enough
did.
respect every
you
time.
did very well.
And enough respect to all the listeners them. I know it's been a while, but you don't know. Everything is for a while, you know. Manners and respect every time. Love you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.